The Golden Girl, world number one, Olympic champion. At first glance, Nelly Korda's rise looks like the perfect fairy tale, a story of talent, beauty, and effortless dominance. But if you look closer, you'll see it's not that simple. Behind her smooth swing and calm demeanor is a journey marked by family expectations, crushing pressure, and a health scare that nearly ended her career. This isn't just another highlight reel. This is what nobody told you about Nelly Korda. A story of resilience, survival, and a legacy still being written. To understand Nelly's story, you have to start with her family, because very few athletes enter the world with such a loaded surname. Her father, Petr Korda, is a name etched into tennis history. In 1998, he lifted the Australian Open trophy after beating Marcelo Rios, becoming a Grand Slam champion. Her mother, Regina Rajkurtova, also lived the athlete's life, competing for Czechoslovakia as a tennis Olympian. Then there are the siblings. Jessica Korda, Nelly's older sister, is a multiple-time LPGA winner in her own right. And her younger brother Sebastian, he's a rising star on the ATP Tour, already carrying his own weight in the family trophy cabinet. In the Korda household, sports excellence wasn't a dream, it was the baseline. Nelly herself has admitted that growing up, she never saw being a professional athlete as unusual. In her family, it was just normal. But normal in this context meant abnormal pressure. From the outside, people expected her to follow the same script. Turn pro, win big, carry the family name forward. The only question was, in a family built on tennis, would she choose the same path or carve out her own? While her parents' world revolved around tennis courts, Nelly gravitated toward the golf course. She picked up the game early and showed talent that was impossible to ignore. At just 14 years old, she qualified for the 2013 U.S. Women's Open. Not just qualified, but made the cut, and finished tied for 64th. At an age when most teenagers were just settling into high school, Nelly was already competing against the best in the world at one of golf's toughest stages. From there, her junior career blossomed. She racked up wins in prestigious amateur events, played for Team USA in the Junior Solheim Cup, and climbed into the top 10 of the World Amateur Golf Ranking. By 2015, she was on everyone's radar as the next big thing in women's golf. College golf could have been an option. Her resume would have earned her a scholarship at any program in the country. But Nelly wasn't interested in taking the slow road. She was ready to gamble on herself. In 2016, she committed to the Symetra Tour, the LPGA's developmental circuit, where she gained valuable experience and showcased her potential. It didn't take long for her to prove she belonged. That September, at just 18, she won the Sioux Falls Great Life Challenge. The victory wasn't just a trophy. It secured her LPGA Tour card for the following season. Overnight, she went from a promising teenager to a professional golfer with something to prove. Her breakthrough moment came in 2018 at the Swinging Skirts Taiwan Championship, where she claimed her first LPGA title. With that win, she and her sister Jessica became the third sister duo in LPGA history to both win on tour. But as sweet as that was, Nelly wanted more than to be Jessica's little sister who can also win. She wanted her own identity. In February 2019, she traveled to Australia for the ISPS Honda Women's Australian Open. It was here that she truly stepped into her own. She showed a maturity beyond her years, keeping her composure to hold off Jin Young Ko and take the title. For the golf world, it was just another talented player breaking through. But for the Korda family, the symbolism was impossible to miss. 21 years earlier, her father Petr had won the Australian Open in tennis. Now, in the same country, Nelly had claimed the Australian Open in golf, and with that win, she cracked the top 10 inches the world rankings. But she was only getting started. If 2019 was her coming out party, 2021 was her coronation. She started strong by winning the Cambridge LPGA. In June, she fired a blistering 62 to capture the Meyer LPGA Classic. Just 1 week later, she went to the Women's PGA Championship at Atlanta Athletic Club and made history. Her 4-round total of 19 under par gave her a 3-shot victory over Lizette Salas and her first major championship. At just 22 years old, Nelly Korda had become the #1 golfer in the world. That summer, she flew to Tokyo for the delayed 2020 Olympics. With the weight of an entire country on her shoulders, she delivered again, winning the gold medal in women's golf, the first American woman ever to do so. By the end of the year, she had won LPGA titles, a major, Olympic gold, and spent months at #1. She wasn't just Jessica's sister anymore. She was the face of women's golf. But professional sport has a cruel way of reminding champions that nothing is guaranteed. In early 2022, just as her reign looked untouchable, Nelly felt unusual swelling in her left arm after a workout. Tests revealed a blood clot in her subclavian vein. The news hit like a thunderclap. Blood clots are life-threatening, not just career-threatening. Within days, she underwent emergency surgery. Doctors told her to take time away from golf, which, as you can imagine, is a terrifying thought for someone at the peak of her career. For months, she disappeared from the game. The world, #1, the Olympic champion, was sidelined by something entirely out of her control. For fans, it was a reminder that athletes aren't invincible. And for Nelly, it was a moment of introspection and perspective. She later admitted that the time away made her grateful just to be able to compete again. Her comeback began at the US Women's Open in June 2022, where she posted a top 10 finish. It was a statement. Not only was she back, she could still contend. Later that summer, she nearly won the Meyer LPGA Classic, losing in a playoff. By August, she claimed a victory at the Aramco Team Series in Spain. In November, she claimed her title at the Pelican Women's Championship and reclaimed the world #1 ranking. The message was clear: you can't keep Nelly Korda down. But she wasn't done. 2023 was a quieter year, with injuries slowing her momentum. Still, she stayed near the top of the rankings, waiting for the chance to rise again. In 2024, that chance came, and Nelly didn't just rise into Z. She went on one of the most dominant runs in LPGA history. It started in her hometown at the LPGA Drive-On Championship in Bradenton, where she eagled and birdied the final 2 holes to force a playoff, then sealed it with a clutch par putt. From there, she caught fire. She won 4 consecutive events: the Seri Pak Championship, the Ford Championship, the T-Mobile Match Play, and then, most importantly, the Chevron Championship, her second career major. 5 wins in a row, and she wasn't done. She added more titles throughout the year, finishing 2024 with 7 LPGA victories and the Rolex Player of the Year award. She didn't just return. She rewrote what dominance looked like in the modern LPGA. What also stands out about Nelly is her personality. She comes across as calm and measured, rarely showing much emotion on the course. She isn't the type to roar after a birdie or play up to the gallery. Instead, she stays focused and steady. Her sister Jessica is more outgoing and expressive, which makes for a noticeable contrast. Nelly's quieter style has become part of her appeal. Quiet fans are often left to wonder what's going through her mind because she keeps things so controlled. That same composure has helped her build a commendable legacy so far. At just 27, she's already a 2-time major winner, Olympic champion, seven-time winner in a single season, and has spent more than 100 weeks at number one. She's earned comparisons to Tiger Woods for her streak of dominance, though she'd be the first to shrug those off. She's also the new face of women's golf. With sponsorships from Nike and TaylorMade, she's not just winning tournaments, she's helping grow the LPGA's global profile. But perhaps, what nobody told you is that her story isn't about perfection, it's about resilience. From being overshadowed by her family name, to carving her own identity, to nearly losing it all in 2022, Nelly Korda's career has been a fight. And that's why fans connect to her. Not just because she wins, but because she's had to fight for the chance to keep winning.